Hello Zainey friends, and welcome to another makeup and a movie where I do the makeup.
And I talk about a movie.
And today we are going to be talking in a very unspoiler-filled manner about the movie
10 Cloverfield Lane.
Our social media information is down below if you want to check out our stuff. But yes, we will be talking about this movie to the best of our ability, that we can actually divulge what happens without giving it all away. See if we accomplish our goal after the break. So for this look today, I'm going to be using Reaveled 1 because I was going through my collection and this looks backward. I was going through my collection and I realized I had never done a makeup in a movie with this palette. I had done all the other ones, but not this one. And this one seemed like a really good choice for something that's kind of, I don't even know what to say. It just seemed like a good choice for the movie. Let's just put it that way. Trying to decide which I want to even use. All right, let's use this color right here. It's kind of a matte brownish color on the lid. Let's use, pick one. That's a lid color.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna do that on the lid because basically the rule right now is, you know, do a lot of matte in the crease in the lid, and then the like shimmery color will kind of go on the lid at the very end. That's how you get that like kind of lighter shimmery thing happening. Well, we'll definitely use this one on the lid for the second one, for the shimmery. Okay. Do you want to pick a matte one that's not so shimmery? All right, we're going to use this one for the crease for the first pass. Is there a darker one you want to put on top of it to kind of create a little bit more depth? All right, yeah, he's going with this one right here. So in summary, it's going to be lid, first crease, second crease, and that's going to be the top lid. And then, of course, for a little bit of highlight under the brow, we're going to use this one right here. That's what we're doing. Cool. And we're going to talk about
10 Cloverfield Lane.
I just call it Cloverfield, which is the first movie, but whatever. This is going to be a difficult makeup in a movie. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, do we say spoilers? No spoilers? Spoiler tag?
Okay. There were some people on Facebook last night, because when we saw it last night, Saturday. I usually, when I go into the movie theater, I will say, this is the movie I'm watching with people. Somebody, even before the movie started, somebody was like, how is it? I'm probably going to go see it. And I'm like, the movie hasn't even started yet. And then afterwards I was like, I liked it, but I can't talk about it. And then he's like, good, I'll be waiting for the review. I don't know if he watches the videos or what, but anyway. This other person was like, well, is it in the same universe? And I was like, I can't say. I can't really talk about it. Well, yeah, it's in the same universe. I'm like, I can't talk about this movie because it's hard.
Because that's just the best way to experience it, is really going into it and not knowing what's going on. Because you're pretty much put into the shoes of the main character, Michelle, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who I've really liked in movies.
Oh, she was great.
Final Destination 5, the one where they're on the roller coaster.
The one they taped at Universal?
No. That was the Final Destination, which turned out not to be the Final Destination. That was a different one. But no, there's one where, like, at the beginning, there was, like, a roller coaster accident.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That was filmed in Canada, actually, which is where she's from.
Oh, yeah.
I was a fan of her for a little while.
For a little while?
For a little while.
And now you are again?
Yeah. But then she was in, most people know her from Scott Pilgrim. She was Scott Pilgrim's girlfriend in that one. And then she was the guy's son. No, she was not a guy's son. She was Bruce Willis's daughter, adult daughter, in Die Hard
3?
No, was
4?
it 3?
The last one?
Yeah, the last one.
Yeah, that's 4.
Which is 4, yeah.
I totally watch Die Hard movies, guys.
Yeah?
I'm not just a geek.
Okay, then.
I don't just like the romantic comedies, although I love the romantic comedies. I watch Die Hard.
That's respectable.
Die Hard's amazing. Yeah. The 4th one was amazing also. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it goes like 1, 4. I don't know about the other one. Speaking totally off the subject, but I just found out today they're making a Father the Bride 3. What up? What up? So excited. Watched that movie so many times. Both of them.
Interesting story about Father the Bride 2. I saw that as a double feature. Why this was a double feature, I don't know. I saw it on my first date, in 6th grade.
Oh,
Went
cute.
to see Jumanji, and then followed by Father of the Bride 2. Again, why was it a
two
double
famous
feature?
comedians. Let's put them in a double feature.
I
What
don't
the
know
heck?
why the theater had it as a double feature, but it was. That was my first date. I
Aw.
was seeing those movies.
That's funny. All right, I guess we should actually start talking about
Sorry.
Cloverfield, so people get
Back on
it. Okay, yeah. So this is the this is the issues that we're running into. Okay, so Cloverfield. Did you guys see the trailer? Because if you saw the trailer, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, the thing I really liked about the trailer, I was thinking about this last night, is that the first teaser trailer that came out for it, when I saw the movie, I'm like, oh my god, this was only the first like 20 minutes of the movie.
It was.
And I'm like, there's so much more that's going to happen that wasn't in this trailer. What? So
It was very
I like that.
cleverly edited, this
Yes.
trailer. I would go back and see it again and then be like, oh yes,
Yeah,
this is the parts of the
that's-
movie.
yeah.
So the girl,
Michelle.
basically decides she's going to leave her fiance. We don't know why. They got in an argument of some type, right? Gets in a car accident as she's leaving him and wakes up in an underground bunker. That is what we can tell you. What you see from the trailer is that she wakes up with John Goodman and then that other guy. There's like two people down there with her.
Yep.
Okay? I also know, I think you can tell in the trailer that she has hurt her leg.
Yeah.
Because there is a couple scenes where she's crawling and she can't move her leg, or like she's got something on her leg. So like basically she's in a splint on her knee because her knee is hurt. So that much we can tell you. Underground bunker, knee splint, John Goodman.
John Goodman's character is not letting her out, and not because at first you're like, he's kidnapped her, he's gonna do something weird, but no, he's saying there's been some kind of attack, nuclear or otherwise, and you cannot get out. You will die if you leave. You have to stay down here. And you're in her shoes too. You don't know how true that is, don't know exactly how long you'd have to stay if this is true. So that's like a really thrilling part of it, is just like, you know, how crazy is this guy? Is he really crazy? And, you know, this other guy, you know, is kind of corroborating.
Yeah, he's corroborating the story.
His story, because he's like, yeah, something happened and I beat my way into the cellar to be safe. And so you're like, okay, so if this guy's come along and he's saying this too, like, but is he in cahoots with this guy? At the same time, too, they're not doing anything really bad to her.
Yeah.
You know, they are trying to take care of her. You're not sure what's really going on.
Yeah, and the other thing that you do see from the trailer is that John Goodman has a temper on him at times.
Yeah.
He is, in my opinion, he's a little bit unbalanced chemically in his body. You know, he has been, in his words, and this is something we can talk about too, he has been preparing for something like this to happen, some kind of apocalyptic happening event, for a long time. That's why he built the bunker, and the other guy who's down there with him was hired by him to build the bunker. That's how he found out about it.
Yeah.
So he's down there because this, you know, this thing they say happens, happened, and so when Emmett, that's the other guy, sees it happen, this event that he says happened, he forces his way into the bunker before the door is closed. So that's why the three of them are down there. And then, so basically the entire movie is her trying to figure out if what they're saying is true. If there really is no life outside. And she's hearing things, like, from her bunker. Like, there's cars driving around and, you know, there's
Other
things
noises,
happening.
yeah.
There's a lot of noises and, you know, planes and helicopters, and there's rumbles, and they just don't know.
Yeah.
So they're down there playing board games, listening to music, watching VHS DVD movies, passing the time. Now, you might think, gosh, what a boring movie. Right? They're just down there like passing the time. Yeah. No, this movie went by so fast.
Yeah.
It's thrilling.
Lots of tension. And it was nerve-wracking. Like, there were a lot of parts that I was just creeping me, freaking me out. Like, it just, things from, like, having to deal with small spaces to just not knowing what is going on. Like, that can, for some people, that really, like, freaks them out and scares them. And it was doing that for me. That's why I was like, this is, like, it scared me. There were parts that I was just, like, really, like, what's happening?
Yeah, it is true. for most of it.
And
For
it's,
most of it.
You know, super twisty. A lot of the stuff you're not seeing coming. And it's just...
Oh, yeah. There was actually one part that happened where at least me, because I was sitting between Marshall and then my husband Corey, and then Chris was over on the other side of my husband. There was something that happened, and I was like, and I look over at Marshall, and he's like, it was super surprising, and wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still reeling from it, you know? Next I'm going to be using the Justice Girl liner. I'm going to be using the Pacifica Supernova mascara. Trying to use this up before I open that telescoping one that I talked about before. And then this is the Maybelline Rocket, which I'm just going to use to give a little bit more oomph. Because I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to tell you the next thing too. I'm going to be using these 101 Demi Glamour lashes because at the beginning of the movie, when she's leaving her fiance, she goes to pump gas, and it's a lot of like these profile shots. And I lean over to Marshall and I'm like, take a look at her eyelashes. And they were like, badow. Like they were big. And then she wakes up in the bunker after her accident and they're not there anymore. So I was like, I get to do big eyelashes for them wake up in a movie. Yes.
Yep.
So that's what I'm doing while we talk about the rest of this.
Okay, so that part that she was talking about, obviously we can't talk about that too much, but I can definitely like say, yeah, that when that happened, the movie took such a crazy turn for me that like absolutely from that second on for the rest of that movie, I was so tense.
Oh my
And
gosh.
freaked out. It just adrenaline.
Because you
like,
just didn't know what was real, and then at that moment you realize
like we're in
what
this.
is real.
Yeah,
what is
you're like,
happening.
okay, this is go time.
For those of you who don't like gore movies, this is not a gory movie at all. It's a thriller, it's suspense, it's very tense, but there is not a lot of gore grossness going on. I can handle it if I can handle it. Most of you will be able to handle it. There are a couple parts that are a little like, eee, but they're not...
Yeah, nothing's too
gross.
over the top.
What was this movie rated?
PG-13.
See, I wondered about that because after the movie I was like, what was bad? I think they said the F word once.
Usually if you say it in a non-sexual term, you can keep it in.
But yeah, not a lot of language. I was trying to sit there and be like, would my parents want to watch this movie? Because my parents don't like watching R-rated movies. They don't like a lot of violence and gore and
They would
cussing
probably like
and
the mystery thriller aspect.
the mystery part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a fan of that stuff, you're gonna love it.
You will love it. I liked it. Okay, what you got?
Trivia. Okay, so first, there's a lot of stories going on online about how this movie came to be. Honestly, I've done tons of research. I have no idea what is true and what isn't about this movie. There's initially stories that this movie was originally made as just a thriller alone, just nothing to do with J.J. Abrams or the Cloverfield genre situation. It was just a thriller about a woman ending up in the cellar, and that's what it was called.
Like Room.
Yeah. So
Except without the child.
Except without a kid, no kids. And so it was basically that, according to these stories, it was just that, and it sat on the shelf for a while because it was made by independent branch of Paramount.
I believe it.
But
There's
then,
only 8 people in the cast.
Yeah. It was
4
made
of
for a
whom you
budget
see.
of $5 million. Budget was $5 million.
$5 million. You see 4 of the 8 people in the cast. The other 4 are voices. Yes.
And then, but that part of Paramount ended up closing, so they shelved the movie, and somehow J.J. Abrams got his hands on it and said, you know, I want to do something else with this. Again, this is all
internet rumor.
Yeah. Stories, because it was making the rounds of getting out in LA. It was getting screened for audiences, test audiences and stuff. So there's tons of people out there that said I saw this way before I had anything to do with Cloverfield. And people even found the script. And the script has a totally different situation happening in it. So there's that whole thing. But then there was an AMA on Reddit just a couple of days ago from the director where he never answered any question that had to do with that situation. But the way he kept talking about how the movie came around was that, you know, it was just made a few months ago. The people came together only a few months ago to make this movie. J.J. Abrams wanted to work with him and get this movie made, and so he helped produce it. So there's a lot of interesting situations with that. So that's a little bit of trivia. If you want to dig that up and figure out what's true or not, you're going to spend a lot of time doing that because stuff is all over the place.
Well, I just think it's smart marketing.
Yeah,
honestly.
and that's the thing. They did a lot of stuff. I mean, I know from the stories that say it was originally something different. They supposedly went back and did reshoots within the last few months, and that's when they added in more of the Cloverfield universe stuff. Where the Kelvin's gas station is supposedly within that universe. In Cloverfield fans, there was a bunch of alternate reality game clues and stuff that were thrown out all over the place as viral marketing for this too.
Right.
Within the last couple months, ever since the trailer came out. Which is kind of cool, and it makes you think, okay, did they really just come up with this within the last, few months or so?
Right. I mean, because to me, it is smart because I did not care for the first Cloverfield movie at all. I couldn't stand the camera. It made me sick. So if I had seen this as something in the Cloverfield universe, I probably would have been like, no, I do not want to see this. Right. But then I saw the trailer, and the trailer sold me. Mostly because I wanted to see John Goodman go crazy, which he does in the trailer. And I was like, I want to see why he's going crazy, you know? So I think that's why it's very smart. It took something that I initially did not even care about seeing, and I was like, oh, I want to see this. I want to see this. Even my husband was like, you want to see this? I'm like, yes, I want to see this.
I was a little surprised too, because I was on the fence about it. I was like, I might probably just go off on my own to go check it out, but yeah, it turned out everybody wanted to see it, so. And
our theater was packed too.
Yeah, in fact, it was probably sold out.
It was sold out. In fact, there were some people that obviously, okay, here's the way our theater works, just letting you all know. One of the theaters that we go to, the reason why we go to the theater there is because it is reserved seating, comfortable loungers. So you can put your feet up and you're really comfortable. And it's kind of a smaller theater because of that, because there aren't as many seats in it. There was a group of 8 people who did not, because
they did not book an event.
They were singles, because we had one guy sitting by us. They all came in together. Did you see?
Yeah.
One guy was sitting by us and one was sitting behind us, and there were a couple in the front. Because they did not realize that that's what you have to do in this movie theater. Or you reserve online, which we can't do. We personally can't do because of Movie Pass. Do you want to tell them about Movie Pass?
Yeah, I have a Movie Pass. Corey has a Movie Pass. It's pretty amazing. You pay $35 a month, and you can see one movie every 24 hours in theaters. It's a really great deal if you go to the movies a lot.
Which we do.
But the way it works is that you have the app on your phone, and you basically, once you get to the theater, you check in, and then you use basically a prepaid credit card they give you, and you use that to pay for your movie every time you go. Because you have to be at the theater and checking in, and you have to physically swipe the card in order to purchase your movie tickets. You have to do it in advance. So supposedly they're working on that to make it so you can use it to buy tickets in advance, but it's all ways for them to kind of limit people from abusing the system.
So we go ahead of time, and it's not bad because the mall is honestly amazing.
Really cool mall.
If you guys were watching our Snapchat last night, on Saturday night, you would see that we just found that our mall has vending machines that vend.
Their swag.
Yeah.
Their swag. They sell their swag.
Yeah. It was 50 cents for
I saw that later.
Lip balm.
Yeah, you went back and got a lip balm.
No, Corey wanted lip balm, so I got him a lip balm. I got a little cozy that you put on cans, and I got it for water bottles and stuff that I have on my desk so they don't sweat. And also for I have those reusable Starbucks plastic mugs, and when I fill it with hot water I always burn myself, so I got the little cozy to put that in. And then you got sunglasses, and then later on we found another vending machine that had journals, and we were like, oh, we need to get this too. I don't know, we're kind of weirdly geeky about that kind of thing, but we thought that was the most amazing thing. Thank you so much, mall, for selling your swag at such ridiculously low prices, but it's stuff you would actually use.
That's the thing with this mall. They have really great marketing people.
They really do.
They are all over the place with their stuff, and it's really fun. And this mall is so different.
Plus free postcards. There's a wall where it's just free postcards that you can mail out to people, and then you can put it in their mailbox, and they'll pay postage for you. And I know we're digressing from the movie, but oh well. Anyway, it doesn't matter because that's just what. Anyway, last thing, I decided to get the MAC lipstick, which I can't believe I've ever not used a MAC lipstick. This is my only one, but I've never used a MAC lipstick in a makeup in a movie ever. This is Pink Plaid. I've had this for about a year and a half. I got it for Christmas because my brother gave me a gift card. Marshall gave me a gift card. And I don't usually buy MAC makeup because I feel like I don't have the money to spend on MAC makeup, even though it's like amazing makeup. So this is the one and only lipstick I have. And I love how it looks like a bullet. But I would love to get more. I just don't want to spend money on it. Does that make sense? Anyone want to send me a matte gift card? I'm cool with that. So this is a matte color. I love this color, but I use it sparingly because I love it so much. And I love how it smells. It smells like frosting.
I've got 2 bits of trivia that's not going to do anything to spoil this movie. John Gallagher Jr., who was Emmett in the movie, he starred opposite Brie Larson in a movie called Short Term. And then Larson was in Scott Pilgrim, and then Mary Elizabeth Winstead was in that as Ramona Flowers. But also interesting is Brie Larson just won an Academy Award for her movie, Room.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead is also in a room. Well, I mean, The Cellar has more rooms, but she has her own. Because, you know, John Goodman's nice like that. He's like, you get your own room with a door. Oh, nice
just for you.
Okay.
And then, last thing, in one scene, Howard, who's played by John Goodman, he's watching a movie, Pretty in Pink, and then Emmett comes in the room and mistakes it for 16 Candles, which is what a lot of people do, which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead, she was in Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof, and in that, she says her favorite movie is Pretty in Pink.
I love the people who come up with these fun facts. Like, they have not a lot of time on their hands. That they're watching all these movies. And, like, I have to go back and see, like, I would not make that I mean, I make the connection sometimes, but only on movies that I, like, have seen a million times.
Did you ever watch it?
I don't think I did.
No? I don't know if you'd like it. You probably wouldn't.
Probably not. Okay, well, this is the look for Cloverfield. I am sorry we have gone so far off the rails as far as what this movie is about, but honestly, we didn't spoil anything. And that was the best thing. So, in summary, watch the movie. Good fun. Surprising, thrilling, good fun. Yes. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It's fun.
And scary. Scary, fun, good
time. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like scary, like terrifying. Scary.
No, it's not terrifying scary. It's not like horror movie, haunt your dreams.
Alright, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep calm.
Stay zany.
Bye-bye.